Welcome back to Super Monkey Ball Adventure. In the last part, we did more things in Moonhaven, and I was stuck at this balloon mission for a while. My co-com is still with me here,
I
and we're gonna have to explain ourselves this time. This is a post-commentated part because
yeah.
I screwed up with sound this particular part because, well, it just came down to accidentally turning it off during a stream of a race that same day, I think, or the day before. Mm,
So now we're just watching it back and talking over it. I
yeah, pretty
suppose.
much, pretty much. So that's why
This is
there's a lack of game audio as well.
indeed. This is actually a week or so after we finished the playthrough, though.
Yeah,
So we have to think back quite a while.
yeah.
Not sure how many
Not
parts
too
we have.
much,
Yeah.
not too much spoils though.
No, I'm not gonna spoil anything.
Not too much spoils though.
My head is old Moonhaven.
Yeah,
Well, actually, my head is not old Moonhaven because I'm not even sure what we were doing in this part. Oh, the balloon mission.
like I was.
Ah,
Well,
okay, okay, okay.
all I remember was that I got stuck at the balloon mission last part, and now uh, continuing to do it. I probably failed a little bit more.
Right.
So
Um, yeah, and I suppose I was just fooling around when you
yeah, you
finished.
were probably collecting bananas and crap and messing around with
Well,
things.
honestly, I think I collected all the bananas in this part at one point. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I think I remember you saying that.
I guess it's kind of fortunate in a way that we have to postcom this part though, because I do remember there being some pretty big uh, Skype issues where my voice would probably come out pretty bad due to lag or something. I'm not completely sure what happened, but
I don't exactly know if that was this part, but if it was, that's kind of lucky in a way.
yeah.
I can't
Anyway,
exactly remember if that was this part or not.
so I suppose we can kind of recap the mission for what we remember of it. There's
Yeah, there's like four. There were four or five. I think there
four.
were four. Yeah, four. Uh, four of those machines needed some oil, and you just have to deliver them. The first one
Yeah,
kind of took it too early, if I was not mistaken.
indeed.
It
Like
should have.
right over here in the video,
Yeah, it
even though
should
it's
have
on the
taken
other
it.
side.
Yeah. The second one was down below, and the other two are kind of fairly easy as well. Um, you just have to follow the right path. And of course, getting the
Yeah.
balloon down would be nice.
I mean, I suppose in theory they were very easy, but you kept failing it quite often. Do you remember what happened?
Yeah, it was either like in the last part. Um, it was it was like after I got the second one in, I think, or even the first one. I just don't know. I kept choosing the wrong path or something, or
Mm.
just messing up. But yeah, it took me a while to just get it, I guess. So yeah,
Yeah.
one to go here. I think I failed once more before I got it though. I'm not sure. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself though.
Yeah, we'll wait for the video to play
Yeah.
out, I suppose.
Um,
But it's pretty. I think it's kind of lazy how they went about balloon missions in this game because pretty much anytime something needs to be delivered, be it lunch, machine tools, oil in this case, it's via balloons.
water.
Which, oh yeah, water. Which, whatever. Well,
Well, that was in
no
the future
spoils, no
part.
spoils. I'm not sure where that was, but
That was in the future part. I'm not gonna say much more
yeah,
about that.
yeah,
But yeah, yeah, that's kind of it's a bit of a lazy thing. But then again, the monkeys are in balls, so they can't exactly like hand it to them, I guess.
yeah.
But then in theory, how would they handle the balloon? If
True.
yeah, it's a debatable thing, I guess.
Balloon physics are kind of weird as well. I mean, it's you very often see them get stuck in places, and you just
Yeah,
don't see them anymore, and you just see a string going out to who knows where. And I mean, you have to wonder whether that actually would hinder. You finished it.
yeah,
Nice. But you have to wonder whether that would hinder playing during gameplay because I mean maybe it just depends on whether your ball is close enough to the place it needs to be delivered to, and then it automatically delivers.
Yeah.
Considering you still hold the string, but it's weird anyway. I mean, balloons getting stuck in the ground is never a good sign.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think that was the last mission we had in this place.
If I remember right, I think so.
Oh, wait, we still have a trash mission.
Oh yeah. Uh, that as well. This one's kind of easy. It's just a little bit annoying. Because you got to use sticky ball for this particular mission.
Yeah, I mean, I think all the trash was located around one central area, I suppose.
Yeah.
Wasn't all that spread out, which is nice. Though I do believe you had to go to the lower levels quite often.
Hmm.
And I think it's just me, but does the ball move more slowly when you have a chant active? Because
This particular chant, it does move slower. At least it feels that way. That's for sure.
yeah, because one of those ramps getting up to a higher area near the central area, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? It's hard to do it with sticky ball, but otherwise you can normally get it.
Yeah. It's a lot easier if you don't have sticky ball active. Yeah. Probably sticky ball is being what is an active part that kind of prevents you from getting up there. I'm not so sure about some of the other chants though. But sticky ball definitely feels like you're going slower because you're kind of sticking to the floor each time somewhat. Although not
Yeah.
really, but you get the idea, I guess.
Hmm. Video lagging quite a bit now.
Yeah, there's gonna be parts of that. I can't say I'm gonna have to.
Yeah. I mean, dual commentary with two screens is nice, but I mean, you have to make some sacrifices, I guess.
Yeah, that's. It's
Especially because we have no very specialist gig setup or something
yeah.
with very expensive equipment. Well, at least Hyper is just a casual playthrough, I suppose. Well,
Yeah.
maybe not casual, but
Well.
that's maybe the wrong word. But
Yeah.
professional, I suppose.
Yeah. I'm not that professional.
No.
If I
Or do
if I
you?
if I was, I probably would have gotten some equipment like several years ago or something like
Yeah.
that. If I was.
I mean, I just
This
did.
is more. This is more so just for the fun of it, more than
Yeah.
being like too serious about it.
And I'd hardly call myself a playthrough since this is the only thing I did with playthroughs, and I
Yeah,
didn't do
you're
it
you're
alone. So
yeah.
anyway, this mission is taking quite a while so far.
Yeah, I did kind of make it take a while.
You follow up, did you?
I don't remember falling out, but alright. Uh, so yeah, this is like new to me as well. This whole post-com thing because I've never done it before. So
Hmm.
if I had
Yeah.
some sort of sound screw up, I either just uploaded it as is or just kind of did something with it. I don't really know, but
Yeah, I mean, I
I've
don't
never.
think it's happened to you before that you'd have an entire part completely audioless.
Oh, it's happened before.
Oh,
It's happened before, but I just as a result, either I just put it up as is, or because I honestly did not want to do the part again, or
mm,
just like I actually had actually thought about post-comming before as well, especially when I had this sort of problem. This was like years ago, and I was much younger then, so I didn't exactly
Right.
think of that. So
Mhm. I do suppose post-coming is a bit easier with multiple people.
yeah, it's a little bit easier because there's potentially more to talk about such things to make it less boring.
Yeah.
Mess like less like mess like what am I saying? Uh, less like oh I did this part already. We can just talk about what happened here and there, and we
Yeah.
can just talk about some other things.
And we both finished the mission though. So that's already
Yeah.
two missions done in this part, which is
Yes.
nice. I mean, those parts where we always finish like 5 missions are the most satisfying, I'd say.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, which point did we go first? I suppose into yeah,
Yeah.
the red room.
The red velvet room.
And then there's this area,
Yeah.
which looks kind of, I don't know, daunting at first. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
It's
Yeah,
definitely a different place to
I
see.
mean, water in this game is generally bad in the beginning stages.
Yeah.
So, and considering this place is all built around water, with narrow walkways
Yeah.
around it, it's
It's kind of a little bit, you know,
yeah.
an unusual place to look at it at first.
But
But
later on it becomes pretty easy.
yeah, once you
I
have
I don't really want to spoil why it becomes easy, but
yeah,
yeah, it'll show itself in the
it'll
fun.
make sense in a few parts from now, I guess.
Yeah. I think we did the banana mission here first, didn't we?
Yeah, we already
Yeah.
saw that and did that.
Yeah. Once again, if you're just going trying to beat the game and not trying to do all missions, definitely do those banana missions because bananas are literally everywhere,
And
and it doesn't take too long if you at least focus on getting bananas to get enough for all banana guys in the game.
yeah, because they really don't ask for as much as you may think either.
Yeah, we I don't know. We thought it would go up to 400, but I think it was less in the end.
Yeah,
And I mean 400 as in the highest amount you need to give.
yeah. That well, just collecting bananas around and in the challenge stages would be very good.
Yeah,
Particularly
that too.
particularly in some of the later ones you'll see. Those are banana rich, although they're kind of difficult, but
Mhm.
it kind of compensates for itself.
And yeah,
But yeah,
I
there's
think at this point we're just trying to figure out what to do in this place because we're
yeah,
just falling out and have no idea where to go. We can't
yeah.
really go back up, so we had we talked to that one mission guy and he had
If you
nothing.
yeah, if you've already seen, there's a ton of bananas in the water. So these are like some of the strange bananas where you have to fall out to get them
Mhm.
in technicality. So you'll see an easier way later on to get all those, more so than you probably would see now. So yeah,
Yeah, in the end, I think we just end up falling out to reach the next area,
yeah, something like
and
that.
in the end, that's really the only way you can get there at this point in time.
Yeah. I'm just not entirely sure what to do at this point. Just looking around and that sort of thing.
I'm starting to wonder what we actually did say. I suppose the guy at the bottom that I'm talking to right now doesn't have a mission either. Can't really read it, but
Yeah.
Anyway, don't spend as much time in this area the first time around like we did. It's
Yeah, this is not a place you want to go to immediately.
yeah.
As you'll realize, you'll need a specific chant for this later on before you decide to go to this area.
But once you have that chance, you can really do work in this place
Yeah.
and get some juicy joy from it. Anyway, I think I'm just anxiously awaiting. Ah, look, there I am, going to the next area.
Yeah.
Oh, and that area is even more daunting the first time you get there.
Yeah, on first sight, it's like, I mean, something you've seen before, and then it's like, it's going straight up instead of like in front of you or something, and it's just like, well, how do
Yeah.
you do that?
And you see a lot of different walkways and such, and you wonder how you're going to traverse it all, and wonder where to go first. But in the end, it seems it's all quite linear.
Yeah.
And I suppose we spend the rest of this part on the challenge stages then.
Yeah, pretty much. Except I fell out first trying to get bananas from those things. But yeah, you
No.
gotta charge into them with enough speed to get them open, but sometimes they're like right on the edge and then you just wind up falling out
Yeah.
anyway.
I wonder if boxing ball works on them.
I don't remember if they do. It's possible.
Hmm. And if they do, you should
It
do
might be a
that.
little bit easier, but yeah. Yeah, this stage is like the worst in advanced though. This stage
Yeah.
is like really the
If
worst.
you thought balls was bad,
This is a lot
it,
worse. This is
yeah, in balls you can just still. There's generally a nice path you can take to kind of jump through the level and then hope
yeah.
you get it done quickly. And
Yeah.
in challenge mode context, it also helps that it's the first stage, so you can just retry if you don't get it immediately. But this one is near the end.
Yeah, this one will kill a lot of your advanced runs.
Yeah.
It has for me. It's definitely killed a lot of my advanced runs,
And
especially
if
some
there's
runs where I think I've got better times and that sort of thing. It's really a bummer when that happens. It really is to lose
it's
to a
pretty
stage like
bad
this.
game design anyway. That you
Yeah.
needed beat the whole mode in order to have your
Like
time
this
save.
is like very close to, well, not very close, but like reminiscent of like a serial jump, except that was a bit easier.
Oh yeah.
That was definitely
Yeah.
easier than this. This is a
It
lot
also
harder.
showed markings of when you need to jump, I believe, which is very nice.
Yeah, that too was the case. Um, but here they don't even give you that to help you. It's just like you gotta kind of sort of guess where you're supposed to get off.
Yeah.
It's very
Fortunately for
tricky.
me, I got off in the middle most of the time.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, I tried to get all the bananas. I'm pretty sure I did in the end. I'm not 100% confident about that, but yeah.
If you try to go for a run where you get a lot of bananas for those monkey donors, I suppose. Um,
This stage may not be one
you
of
can
the
skip this stage, I'd say.
yeah. This stage is not the best stage for that. Get the bananas at the end for sure, by the goal,
Hmm?
but and the one at the and the one or so at the beginning. But the ones in the bowls you can probably skip. It's not.
Yeah.
I think one of them had a 5 though in the bowl, and I don't
Hmm?
remember where that was, but one of them had a 5.
Yeah. In the end, you don't need that many bananas, as we thought, at least.
Yeah.
And
But it is good if you're a first timer and you want to get items from the shop, which
true,
you're going to need
that's
that
true.
as well. Uh, I think the bananas we ended up with, I think that's not enough to buy everything in the shops remaining.
Yeah. But I think you can use multiple attempts or something, like multiple save files.
Yeah, you can use multiple save files to get items from the shop. That's
And if
also that's also a good idea. You can actually, if you have a lot of bananas at any particular point, you can do like a triple. You could save it to all 3 files, and I think
mm,
um, you can use that and
Oh,
pretty much cheat your way to like all the items or something like that.
that's actually pretty genius, I must say.
Yeah.
You can even just copy it to
Oh,
another
you are
one,
too kind.
deplete your bananas on one file, and then copy the old file back onto the new file, so you can just keep going.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how it would work. Because as you already seen, some of the items I had already bought from a previous file, so that's exactly how it would work.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm not sure if you can copy. Well, you can just enter the save file and then save within that file onto a different.
Yeah,
I suppose you can do that.
you can overwrite whenever you want.
Uh,
So yeah, that's pretty much how it would work. You don't exactly need to get every single banana in every place to get all the items in the shop. All you need to do is browse the link and look there.
yeah.
There's gonna be times like that. XSplit free it really isn't as great as it should be, but like you're paying like $15 or something or more than that for like 3 months, and I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
I mean, this is good enough for what it has to do. I even use it. I use it for streaming as well, and it's decent enough.
Yeah.
There's gonna be blips, and that's just something I'm gonna have to accept. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. Um, but it does work for what I have to do.
Mm-hmm. I do like how you can choose what to show on which parts of the screen because I've downloaded
Yeah,
a lot
that
of.
too is it's a very useful feature, like having
Yeah.
multiple things on the screen as well. It's definitely a very useful feature.
I downloaded a couple of video editing programs my lifetime, I'd say. Free, of course.
Yeah.
And I've never ever had seen this feature on any of them. So it's nice that Expert does it.
Yeah. All right. So I got the first stage done.
What happened there?
I totally just looked at another page for a second there. Don't mind me.
I like your I like your respect for my screen.
Oh man, I had not realized I did that during the part.
Yeah, I suppose that happens. I mean, I also need to use screen capture on my computer screen to actually get the footage that I stream, and I'm not even sure why I did that. I think it was to reduce lag because if I stream directly from the capturing device I use, it has 15 seconds longer lag than it does when I screen capture.
Hmm.
So I mean, I would be surprised if there are any similar blips of me doing that in any of our parts.
Yeah. This is I did it directly from the capture device, so yeah, there are gonna be blips like that. But I don't see it as too bad of lag as you might have experienced with yours, but I don't exactly see that much difference. Like if I screen captured it, I'm sure the same things would probably happen.
Yeah.
Maybe less frequently, but probably
Mhm.
the same things. But yeah, this stage is one you could probably get the bananas in somewhat easily, but the ones in the middle are kind of tricky.
Oh yeah, there's a middle platform which you need to make a jump for.
Yeah, you gotta make the jump,
Uh,
and those,
at least it's fun to try and get those.
yeah,
Because going past the monkey ball and making strange stunts is always fun.
yeah. I think wind up making a jump from back there, which usually isn't recommended. You want to try to do it from the front. Doing it from the front gets you more speed as well.
Hmm.
So yeah, I get a couple more bananas, and I think I try to tackle the ones in the middle. I spent a bit of time uh, screwing up with that part though, so
Yeah, but there's I think 12 bananas, so it's I think it pays out to be honest.
yeah. got
I
the...
do not remember this taking so long. I'll be honest. I thought Gravity Wells took longer, but yeah.
Yeah, well, Gravity Wells took a fair bit of time. This did too, just because of those bananas.
Yeah.
And just because I kept just missing them.
Oh yeah, I forgot those bunches are actually not on the platform, but you
Yeah,
need to
they're...
be on the platform and then jump off that again.
Yeah. It's a bit of a
So yeah,
risky
that makes
jump.
it extra hard.
Yeah, it's a bit of a risky jump.
What do you think of the design of the challenge stages in this game anyway, compared to other monkey games?
Some of the stages are like different, I guess, but then some are just like, I'm just looking at them and I'm just like, what were they thinking when they made this?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
stages like this one are pretty fun.
yeah,
And
they are. I agree there, but it's just like some of the stages are just like, what the hell?
yeah, if I remember correctly, holes in Jungle Island.
Yeah, that was...
It's a big stage. It's not hard or anything, but it's over excessive. I think with all the kind of traps there are, you only need to take one or two. It's
Yeah,
also like you said, why?
yeah, it's...
Yeah.
I don't know. They
But
they definitely could have done a little bit of a better job with some of these stages.
but
I would say
yeah,
that. Some of them aren't half bad though. I'm not gonna say they are. They're all bad, but some of them just feel like they just made something just because they didn't really have the time to make something else. It just feels that way, or something better. It sort of feels that way.
though some of the stages just have a nice Super Monkey Ball feel, I guess.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
also true. Okay,
But
I got the
Dimple,
last.
I
I got
think
the
it is a
last
very good
five.
stage. Although kind of long compared to stages in Monkey Ball 1.
Yeah.
But the idea is very nice.
Alright, so I got the last bananas there.
Yeah.
And I'm moving on to the stage you're on, Tiptoe.
So,
This stage is fairly easy to get the bananas. I think I timed out though once. I'm not sure though. I'm trying to get all of them. But yeah, it's kind of easy to get the bananas here. This is one stage you want to get the bananas
the walkway on the end has a lot, I think.
in. Yeah. Oh right,
Yeah.
I went back because I couldn't get that banana. Uh,
Yeah.
just for I think that one banana or something.
Those the controls in this game
All right,
aren't that
yeah.
bad. Here. I'm just looking at that last narrow part, and I mean it's pretty easy. Granted, it's about the width of the ball, so it's not that. It's not as hard as E7 in Deluxe, let's say,
Yeah.
and that's primarily hard on PlayStation 2 at least,
Yeah,
because
that's like insane hard.
uh,
It's like,
and that's simply because of the controls.
yeah, it just feels very different there, like compared to SMB1. SMB1 I can do it fairly easily.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing about a dead zone on the analog stick, where if you there's about I'm not sure how big it is, but there's a area around the center of the stick where tipping it doesn't do anything, and when you tip it past that, it finally recognizes it, which in Super Monkey Ball means going at full speed already.
Right.
So you can't, well, I mean, not full speed, I guess, but, not the very slow kind of speed you can do in the GameCube versions of the game.
Yeah.
So that makes it hard. That you can
Yeah,
basically
that
do
too.
very jittery movements to get across.
Yeah.
Not sure how it plays on the 360 though.
That was not for 360. That was for Xbox, like the original.
Xbox, sorry. Yeah,
And
indeed. My mistake.
Like, it is playable on the Xbox 360, but I think there's some compatibility issues as well there,
Yeah.
from what I remember seeing. I don't remember what exactly, but I do remember it wasn't perfectly compatible.
In the end, though, the GameCube versions are both better. If even if you just buy them both separately, it's better than the deluxe version.
Yeah. I mean, despite the fact that it has a small amount of new stages, it really feels very different from the first two games.
Yeah.
There's like no doubt in my mind. I'd like to point your attention to the fact that there are two goals in this stage, one on each side, which is something I just realized for the first time doing this stage.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you want to choose the path you're better at doing to get to either goal faster. It's
I believe we
probably
already
best to
did.
go to the right from the start because it seems a bit easier to me. I could be wrong about that, but you never know. So yeah.
I believe we already did Freewheeler at this point, so
Yeah.
it's like that stage. Just the turns aren't predictable.
Yeah. It just keeps going around and that sort of thing. I checked that area again, even though I've been there.
I mean,
this is one area that's going to take you a couple of tries to get the bananas.
Yeah.
It's pretty big, and you're not going to be able to do it all at once. I'd still go back to that area for whatever reason. There is one in this. There you go.
That's the reason.
Yeah. I had figured as such, but I'm just like...
Anyway, we did go off on a tangent about the other Monkey Ball games, but I suppose it makes sense considering these are the challenge stages, which is what Monkey Ball is about.
Yeah.
And there's not much to comment about us failing to reach the goal and bananas.
Well, our intent is not exactly to reach the goal first. Our intent is to generally get the bananas first and then the goal. That's the general point here.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm not far away from getting the gold. There. A few more bananas, I think.
I probably beat it, or I just gave up, I guess.
Yeah, I think you didn't get all of them. You just decided to...
A lot of the bananas are in corners of the path, and they're just single bananas, and sometimes you spend one, like 20 seconds getting one and then fall out. So it's not very...
it's a little,
you give up easily, I suppose.
It's a little bit frustrating. It's just,
yeah.
I think I go for the goal here.
No point in continuing, really. They're just single bananas, and there's plenty of bananas on other places.
This next stage is actually quite fun.
Oh, pitch and putt.
Yeah. This stage is a really fast one.
Yeah. It's a fun Super Monkey Ball stage. It's kind of... I mean, I think it would be strange seeing it in Super Monkey Ball 1, for example, because I don't think it fits that style. But it's a fun stage nonetheless.
Yeah.
And it's not a random one like Holes. It's one that has a purpose, in my opinion.
Yeah. Although some of the platforms that are made here are kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess
and the outside ones are also kind of strange because, again, you're just going to go through the middle.
Yeah. But it's like, oh, if you hit a bad point, you go to one side, you can kind of save yourself maybe.
Yeah.
I wouldn't count on it.
But it's a fun stage in the end.
Yeah. This stage can probably be done, in about 9 seconds. In about 9 or so seconds if you do it well. Something like that.
I do like the gap at the beginning because it eliminates push-forward strategies, which I always like it when Monkey Ball games do that. You always kind of have to expect, react to however you bounce along the platforms and not use some push-forward strategy, even if it doesn't send you in the hole if you only push forward, you could maybe like do 3 bounces and from there on just complete the stage. I mean, that gap in the middle, in the beginning it's a small thing, but it actually changes quite a bit about how the stage plays.
Yeah, that's true. Now, considering you're starting from a high place, it kind of makes sense just to go really fast as well because
Yeah.
that it's not just the
I'll,
gap; it's the bounce at the beginning that probably makes the difference.
yeah.
Like if they decided to make a small platform, small little thing instead, it probably would have been a little bit different as well.
Yeah, true.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd say the only bad part about this stage's design is the somewhat random platforms on the sides. I
Yeah,
mean,
those are kind of weird because you
yeah,
can't technically stand on like all of them without like falling out at least once, especially on those ones that go really high up,
hmm
and you have like no place to actually stand on level ground.
and in the end, they are just platforms for banana gathering in story mode, I'd say.
Yeah, some of the platforms are reminiscent of a future stage, Deadline. Like
Can't remember that personally, but oh well.
they're like similar to that. It's not perfectly like that, but they're reminiscent of that,
Hmm.
as you'll see later on.
Oh wait, well, I remember now, and I remember not liking that stage.
Yeah, that stage is a little bit, but especially if you want to try to complete it quickly. But because you're going all over the place and such.
So was this the last challenge stage?
Yeah, it's the last one. It's pretty fitting because we're near the end of the part anyway.
Yeah. Not sure what I was doing in the end.
You were doing something alright.
Falling out primarily.
I was trying to reach, I think, one platform that I didn't go yet, and pretty sure they think there wasn't a banana there anyway.
Mm.
Pretty lame.
Yeah, I mean, again, if
Or,
there's
well, yeah, I guess I changed my mind, just went for the goal.
yeah, if there are single bananas that are a pain to get in these challenge stages, just ignore them. I mean,
Yeah.
generally go for bananas, but if they're annoying, don't, because you really don't need that many, as we originally thought.
Yeah. Alright, so I get some bananas from this area while you finish up that stage, which you will
Yeah,
now.
and there's not much left to the video, so
Yeah.
um, yeah, I don't think we do any more missions, but I remember this place being very annoying with missions,
Yeah,
and
you're gonna realize that in
yeah,
future parts, it's gonna be a fun ride.
yeah.
Just how
The only
some of these
reason I
things
think
turn out, it's
I,
kind of funny.
yeah, I think the only reason I really when tried to complete the little mission that well you'll see in the next part that I find very very annoying is because Hyper did it already before me. She finished quickly.
Well, you're gonna see that fun next part
Yeah.
and beyond.
In the end, it was a very creative mission, I guess. Just a little
Yeah,
whack, I
it's
suppose.
definitely frustrating a bit.
Yeah.
So yeah. Um, so yeah, that door opens. So I wonder what's behind there.
Which we will see in the next part.
Yep.